This popcorn-style review contains scenes from another video. My Hero Academia Season 5 is boring. There's just no way to get around it. It opens up with, I think it was like 10 or so, like multiple episodes of just combat between the Class A and Class B teams. It seems to make the same mistake that it usually does, of thinking that characters getting stronger is the same thing as actually developing characters. It actually makes a problem I had at the start of the series, which is that Class A's powers are just too weak to have viably passed the entrance exam, even worse by showing off the power set of Class B. Like, Class A has like a guy whose power is tail, and Mineta who just throws sticky balls. And yet, the girl who can coat entire areas in fungal infestations isn't in Class A, but they are. And there's a guy that apparently got into Class B just by recommendation, whose ability is to liquefy whatever he touches. Apparently, he got in by recommendation, which sucks for him. He should have rejected the recommendation and taken the entrance exam, because there's no way that he wouldn't have been Class A material if he had taken the entrance exam by himself. It's so ridiculous. It just further reinforces the point that the creator just made powers for Class 1A and didn't think anything through. In fact, I mentioned after Season 2 that I saw a lot of potential in the show to actually become great. I have genuinely been convinced that this show has just squandered that potential. I no longer see the potential for greatness in Hiroaka. I think it will always be just a 7 out of 10 series throughout its entire run. Like, that little touch of greatness in Season 2, I just do not see it reclaiming. Especially with, like, the reveal of the, like, Meta Liberation Army, just coming out of nowhere. 110,000 enemy combatants all going up against the League of Villains out of nowhere. Almost no foreshadowing. And from what I understand, the Season 5 is actually a really piss-poor adaptation of the manga. I've seen a lot of complaints from manga readers that Bones really messed up on Season 5. And who knows, maybe there was more foreshadowing supposed to be throughout the entire show, but something like that large of an army needed to be foreshadowed day one. Instead, it just came out of nowhere to suddenly give the League of Villains a spontaneous power boost. And in fact, so much of the show's decision seems to be just designed to give spontaneous power boosts to both sides. I see that he's trying to create a balancing act between the heroes and villains, but it just feels like he's flying by the seat of his pants and just making things up as he goes. And genuinely, I don't know if this season was a good adaptation, if they could have fixed that. I don't think there was enough foreshadowing for any of this. I still don't care about any of the characters, pretty much. I don't have a reason to. None of them really have arcs. They just gain new powers, which is not the same thing as having arcs. Honestly, the reveal of other characters having even better power sets just further exemplifies an issue I've had with Deku since the very beginning, which is Deku has no business having One for All. It should have been Lemillion or Todoroki, who have the same ideals, but are competent and actually worked hard. Like, Deku's whole thing was he didn't work he just wrote down other heroes' abilities and villains' abilities. He didn't even try working out. And then suddenly it's like, oh, I'm gonna work out for 8 months straight, and now I suddenly deserve the power. Deku doesn't deserve this power. Deku sucks. It should have gone to someone who is more deserving of the power. It's ridiculous. There's no plan for Hiroaka. I'm confident the mangaka has no idea where this show is going. I think he has an ending planned out, but I don't think he knows how to get there, and he's just making crap up as he goes. Also, this season was just boring. Just fights and fights and fights and fights, and no reason to care about the fights. Just we're having a training fight arc. Who gives a crap? I will say when it went into like My Villain Academia, it got better, but My Villain Academia lasted 4 episodes in this entire 25 episode season? Yeah, it was like episodes 19 through 24. So yeah, most of this season just sucks. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye bye.